When capitalism got birth, economic, political, social changes in Europe, and that led to the beginning of religious movement in Europe. 18th century industrial revolution, the previous changes got momentum, and this led to French Revolution of 1789. State became secular. State became secular. So 15th century capitalism got its birth. Which led to the change in economy, polity, society. This led to the beginning of religious movement in Europe. Wycliffe and Martin Luther, I told you. 18th century industrial revolution in Europe. These changes got momentum, changes. Previous changes got momentum. And French Revolution of 1789. State became secular state. Religion became the matter of an individual. Religion got a setback. Third point. Religion got a setback with a Russian Revolution of 1917. Religion got setback with Russian Revolution of 1917. Russian Revolution. When these communists came into power, when these communists came into power, they declared USSR as an atheist state. Declared USSR as an atheist. Declared USSR as an atheist state. Atheist. Why? Why they declared USSR as an atheist state? Because they said that religion based on the principle of fear and appeasement. When religion based on the principle of fear and appeasement, fear of hell, appeasement of heaven. And this is present in all the state. Religion based on the principle of fear and appeasement also leads to exploitation of the masses. Also leads to exploitation of the masses. Religion based on the principle of fear and appeasement also leads to exploitation of the masses. True. But this was a blunder done by them. Blunder because religion is half brother of administration. Religion is half brother of administration, half. Population of Delhi 2 crore. Strength of Delhi police 2 lakh. Now 2 lakh people cannot control 2 crore population. But 98% population is controlled by religion. A Hindu fears from Bhagwan. A Muslim fears from Allah. A Christian fears from God. And that fear is very important. 98% is controlled by religion and 2% by Delhi police. Religion is half brother of administration. This is the reason that in spite of religion being so much dangerous for the common people, religion misunderstood is a poison. Who becomes a fundamentalist? Who's a hardcore religious, but he's suffering from inside. Who becomes fundamentalist? Only those people become fundamentalist, those who are hardcore religious from outside. Oh, Chandan, Tilak, Aarti, 4 a.m. temple, 5-time namaz, but they are suffering from inside. 15 years, 20 years, there is no change in life. Life is a hell, day by day. Those people become fundamentalist. In West, they become atheist, they get respect. In East, they become fundamentalist, they get respect. Why we are not winning gold in Olympics? Because no one wants to play any other game in India other than cricket. Cricket has so much status in India, so much money, so much status. Who wants to play badminton, hockey? And without attraction, you will not move towards. India 1 billion 50 crore cannot have 10 gold. These PV Sindhu and all, they are incarnations. PV Sindhu and all, they are not common human being. They are incarnations. After defeating Britain, yes. Until and unless other games will not get equal status than cricket, India will never win gold. Never. There is no attraction. Why to give life in other games when there is no carrier? And then there is so nepotism in this country. Then there is so nepotism in this country. This is the reason that we cannot eliminate religion from our life. Religion misunderstood is poison. Religion understood. And in this way, industrial revolution led to the change in the new order. Economy, polity, society, religion. This had a clash with old order. And clash between new and old led to series of revolutions, in which the most important revolution was American Revolution giving birth to a new nation, United States of America. Giving birth to a new nation, United States of America. So write down a new heading, United States of America. Subheadings, preface, American Revolution, Industrial Revolution in America, Civil War and Abraham Lincoln. Civil War and Abraham Lincoln. How many headings I have given in that topic, Industrial Revolution? Four. See, here I will discuss Industrial Revolution in America. The fourth heading was Industrial Revolution in different countries. Here I will discuss Industrial Revolution in America. When I will come to German unification, there I will discuss German Industrial Revolution. When I will discuss Japanese history, there I will discuss Japanese Industrial Revolution. Clear? Don't worry. Is that clear? Write down the first heading, preface. Preface. The story of the country starts from a slum area. 17th century. Slum area, slum. The story of the country starts from a slum area, 17th century. Thirteen colonies. Thirteen colonies. 18th century, the slum area becomes a nation. Very surprising. Actually, you don't get surprised by the change. That is why you are not learning. You know what you have lost in your life? The element of surprise. You know what you have lost in your life? The element of surprise. You don't get surprised. 13 colonies? Who settled? Why? You don't get surprised. You simply sit and watch. 13 colonies. You have become complete parrots, most of you. Some of you may be alive, but most of you. See? Slum area turning into a nation. 18th century. Which year? 1787. You should be surprised. Ki how? Kaise? This nation becomes a economic power. Nineteenth century. Surprise. Economic power. This economic power becomes a world power. 20th century. This world power becomes a superpower. 21st century. From where the story started? Slum area. Story starts from slum area, and today United States of America is a superpower. And some idiots are dreaming to destroy United States of America. For the next 100 years, at least, it's not possible. America will be destroyed, no doubt. Everyone who's born will die. It's a law of this universe. America will destroy. America will not be America will not be a superpower forever. Persians were the superpower. Romans were the superpower. Magad was the superpower. Mughals were the superpower. Ottomans were the superpower. So everyone who is born will die. This is the law of this universe. But this is not going to happen in the next 100 years. The hard currency they have, no one can snatch away that hard currency from them. Two people have tried, Saddam Hussein and Muammar al-Gaddafi, and both are sitting there. Gaddafi said, we will sell our oil in gold in the international market. अरे बोले बेटा 8,000 न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब रखे हैं, एक पे बैठा देंगे उड़ जाओगे. And see how they killed Muammar al-Gaddafi. और इनका एक बेटा है, काफी देर में पैदा हुआ. They have a son, Israel. Israel. इतना इजराइल, इतना बड़ा अरब वर्ल्ड, और ये है इजराइल. ये possibly it may not be visible to you. This is Arab world. This is Israel. And from Nasser to Hamas, in spite of the backing of all the Muslim countries, Yasser Arafat was not killed by Israel. Don't give unnecessary facts. From Nasser to the recent event in front of you, the attack on Gaza, in front of international community, कि बेटा जो बिगाड़ना है बिगाड़ लो. UAE, Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Iran, or Turkey, Erdogan. Turkey, Erdogan. No one was able to comment against Israel. There is nothing to study. There is nothing to study. Then what to do? Learn. Mogambo खुश हुआ. You sit to study. That is the wrong concept you follow. You have to learn. Be attentive and learn. How it happened here? Have curiosity and sit. Now, point is, how this story started. Keep quiet, Sadia Khan. Listen first. No unnecessary questions. When I will give you the time, then you ask the questions. No mental chess. Sit down, simply sit down. When I will tell you, then you ask your questions. Parliament will give you question hour. Sit down like the parliamentarians of United Kingdom, England. Point is how this story started. 15th century, geographical discoveries started. Geographical discoveries. 15th century, geographical discoveries started. Now, when these geographical discoveries started, in 1492, accidentally, entrapped by the winds, accidentally, Columbus reaches the New World. And when he returned back, he brought pineapple, tobacco, potato, fine quality cotton. He did not come with spice and silk. No. He has moved out to reach India. But he did not return back with spice and silk. He returned back with pineapple, tobacco, potato, fine quality cotton. Cotton was known in India. The birthplace of cotton is India. But American cotton is polar cotton. Indian cotton is tropical cotton. Tropical cotton is coarse, mota hai. Polar cotton is thin, silky. And these products were not known in Europe, neither in Asia. These products were new for Europe and Asia. And because of this new world, what today you call America, became the boon for Europeans. This new world, what you call America, became the boon for Europeans. Why it became boon for Europeans? So geographical discovery starts from 15th century. 1492, accidentally Columbus reaches the New World. When he reaches the New World, he came back with these new products: pineapple, tobacco, potato, fine quality cotton. And these products, these commodities, were not known in Europe and Asia. And because of this, New World became the boon for Europeans. Boon. Boon for Europeans. Why? Now, this should be a question mark. Why? Why it became a boon for Europeans? Before modern era, especially before 1750, the drain of wealth was from west to east. Note down all these things. The drain of wealth was from west to east. Europe to Asia. Why? West required spices from us, silk from us. They were compulsory. They were compulsory. There were many items, but they were compulsory. Spices and silk. They cannot grow. Much later, they learned the cultivation of silk, but spices still they were dependent. East, wine, liquor. Wine and liquor is the part of their culture. No one can compete them there. Wine and liquor from Europe, horses from Central and West Asia. But horse was a luxury item. It was not a common good, essential good, luxury, nobles. So balance of payment was always in favor of India. Balance of payment was always in favor of India, always. Means maximum export, minimum import. India did maximum export and minimum import. So drain of wealth was from west to east. Evidence of this drain. First evidence, Pliny, the Roman historian. Pliny, the Roman historian, he cries in ancient period that the entire gold of Rome is being drained towards India. Entire gold of Rome is being drained towards India. Bernier, the French traveler, medieval period, medieval. Bernier, the French traveler in medieval period cries that the entire gold of Europe is being drained towards India. Bernier. Then Peter the Great, Russia, 17th century. He cries. He does not cry, sorry. He makes a prophecy He makes a prophecy in 17th century that the country which will dominate he makes a prophecy in 17th century that the country which will dominate India will be the boss of the world. Peter the Great cries that the country which will dominate the commerce of India will be the boss of the world. Evidence. Whenever you do answer writing, this should be the second important point to be kept in mind. Evidence. What you are writing, corroborate with evidence. If you don't have evidence, follow the trend of NCERT. It seems, ऐसा लगता है, it's a very important fact of answer writing, very important. If you're not corroborating your concept with fact, it becomes a myth. If you're not corroborating your concept with fact, it becomes a myth. Mustafa, is it clear? Himanshu Tejan? In this background, this is the background. In this background, Europeans started rushing towards the new world. Europeans started rushing toward the new world because the goods from new world got a good market in Asian countries like India. Previously, Europeans have to bring gold for Indian goods. Now they can bring these goods. They can sell it here, earn the money, and then with that money they can purchase Indian goods. Example, tobacco. Who was the Indian ruler who has to put ban on the sale of tobacco? Jahangir. Indians have a habit, that Japanese have a habit. They take away all the good things from other cultures. Indians have a habit, they take away all the negative things from other culture. Rarity of rare, you'll find a person wearing rugged jeans in Japan. Rarity of rare. Rarity of rare, you'll find a person wearing jeans in Japan. Recently, one of my friend, he followed me to a saint, Swami Karamveer, and he was wearing the rugged jeans. Oh, patti jeans. And Swami was so much angry on him. You get out from the ashram. You're a lawyer. You're not a class 10th student. You're a lawyer. And you're wearing this type of clothes. Get out. अरे सॉरी स्वामी जी, you get out, rascal. जैसे तुम्हारी ये जीन्स फटी, ऐसे तुम्हारा दिमाग फटा हुआ है. भागो यहां से. Japanese, they wear jeans, they wear, but rug they will never wear. Japanese also imitate from other culture. All the good qualities. All. I'll discuss the history of Japan and you'll surprised to see certain things. The most religious country in the world. Although in front of many countries they are atheist. They don't believe in worship, namaz. They believe in meditation. Samurai culture, samurai. अबे तुम्हारी पूरी जिंदगी तुम्हारे मन पे चलती है, मन पे. तुम्हारी पढ़ाई, तुम्हारा प्रेम, तुम्हारा कुछ भी उठा लो. और जब तुम्हारा मन ही वीक है, this is what is happening in India, na? Your entire life depends upon your mind. सुबह उठना है. मैं कह दूं कल 4 बजे से क्लास है, अरे बाप रे बाप, बगावत हो जाएगी ग्रुप में. If I say to you that from tomorrow class will be 4 a.m. Arre, I will not do at 4 a.m. Sir, I was taking optional class last year. 4 a.m. in the morning. In the month of October, November, December. No, I will not do. I will not do all these things. Whatever I have in my complete command, there only I take all these decisions. Commercialism, professionalism is a different thing. मेरा तो क्या था कि नहीं आओगे तो मेरा क्या बिगाड़ोगे, भागो. 4 a.m. in the month of December. And there are 7 ladies in that batch, 7. And they used to wake up at 3:30 and give me a message. All of them. Good morning, sir. And all from the royal families, all. To see heaven, you have to die. Yes, online. My team used to be ready at 4 o'clock. But all these things I do when I do anything exclusively by myself. This was the reason that Europeans started rushing towards what? New World. Before 1787, if you write United States of America, they'll tear up your answer sheet. They'll tear up your answer sheet. They'll tear up. Mind it. From 15th century to 17th, New World. From 17th century to 1787, American colonies. After 1787, United States of America. And in this, the lead was taken by Queen Elizabeth I. She took official steps to settle the colonies in America. Settle the colonies in America. New World. To settle the colonies in New World with the help of settle the colonies in the New World with the help of chartered companies. Chartered companies. Chartered means companies run by charter, like East India Company. With the help of chartered companies. Example, the first chartered companies run by charter, like East India Company. And the first colony, 1607, Virginia, in the respect of Queen Elizabeth I. This name was given in the respect of Queen Elizabeth I, Virginia. The King of Spain offered her marriage proposal many times. She refused. She did not marry. So as there is a concept of virgin mother in Christianity, so there is a concept of virgin queen in British history. So the name of the first colony was Virginia. And from here starts the story of United States of America. Is that clear? Rahul Trivedi, you tell me. You narrate so many stories, beautiful stories in your class. Rahul? The Bloody Mary. Yes, Rawat. Virginia first colony. Rahul Trivedi, you heard about Bloody Mary? Bloody. Praveen Tokadia of Britain. Bloody Mary. प्रवीण तोगड़िया और औरंगजेब नहीं कह सकते नहीं. शशांक भाई एनसीईआरटी पे कोई बात मत करना, चुपचाप जितना पढ़ा रहे उतना पढ़ो. कोई एनसीईआरटी की बात सब बता दिए हैं. बेसिक्स एनसीईआरटी क्या है, एडवांस बुक क्या है, एवरीथिंग आई हैव इन्फॉर्म्ड. अब ये बार बार एनसीईआरटी ये कर ले, उल्टा करके पढ़ ले, ब्लू कलर से रंग ले, ये सब फालतू के सवाल बिल्कुल मत करो. अगेन सी द वीडियोस आर प्रेजेंट, सी द वीडियोस. बार बार ये सब क्वेश्चन मत करा करो उठपटांग. Rahul Trivedi. Tudor dynasty, Tudor. There have been kings in England. Henry VII, Henry VIII. Henry VIII, the most dangerous king who led to the change in the religious structure of England. Anglican Church. No, Henry VIII, Henry VIII. Your answer is hidden, Rahul Trivedi, in one of these names. Connect and tell me tomorrow. From here starts the story of United States of America. Until the end of 17th century, there were 13 colonies on Atlantic coast of America. Till the end of 17th century, there were 13 colonies on the Atlantic coast of New World. Preface is clear. Why Kunal? Why he resigned as king and accepted as head of church Henry VIII? What was the reason? Tell me the name of that person who became the reason. Don't write the story. Preface is clear. How these 13 colonies were settled? Yes. For whom? Annie Boleyn. Next heading, American Revolution. Three subheadings. First one, preface. Second, phases. Oh, sorry. Reasons. Sorry. Reasons. Phases. Evaluation. First heading, reasons. And there are five reasons. Five. There are five reasons. First one, economic reasons, economic causes. Second, political causes. Third, social causes. Fourth, very important, role of intellectuals. Role of intellectuals. Fifth, immediate cause. No, I will not do it again and again. Mind it. Reasons. First heading, reasons. Economic causes, political causes, social causes, role of intellectuals, immediate cause. Now, whatever revolution we will study after this, French, Russian, American, Russian, Chinese, Iranian, these five reasons will be present everywhere. Everywhere. So no need to repeat it again and again. Once you understood the structure, then there is no need to repeat. Repetition will take the time. And I have told you 70-30. First reason, economic causes. Money. Although you will find many people giving dialogues on money, what is money? Money is the dirt or the palm. Dikha nikal ke. So, the most important thing on this earth is money. Important. I'm not saying the only thing in this world is money. No. The most important thing on this earth is money. Till you are living on your senses, you require money. When you move to the higher level like Sadhguru and Buddha and Mahavira and Muhammad and Jesus, then money becomes immaterial. Before that, if you give the dialogue, you'll become a beggar. You should always have something bigger to leave the smaller things. Sacrifice does not mean becoming beggar. त्याग करना चाहिए. साधु, महात्मा, मौलाना, पंडित ये सब ये बोलते रहे त्याग करो. किसका? अपना पैसा सबको बांट दो. क्यों बांट दे? Buddha got a bigger thing in life than senses. So he is immortal. त्याग बहुत अच्छी चीज है. But useless sacrifice. और इस दुनिया में सारा झगड़ा पैसा का है. Because according to the law of inflation, if you have heard inflation, according to the law of inflation, everyone cannot be capitalist. 1,050 crore people. If you distribute 1 crore to everyone, tomorrow potato will be 80,000 per kg. Because everyone will have money, demand will increase, supply is limited. The most important thing in this world is money, and I love money. I'm telling about myself. ज्यादा तो मेरी कमाने की इच्छा है नहीं, मैं बहुत लालची आदमी नहीं हूं, लेकिन 1 लाख करोड़ का टारगेट है। छोटा मोटा टारगेट है यार, ना कोई बड़ा नहीं है। 1 लाख करोड़। देखो, जब सपने में अफेयर करना ना, तो नौकरानी से मत करना, तब ऐश्वर्या राय से करना, डेमी मूर से करना। कभी सपने में छोटा मत देखना, नहीं तो वाकई में भीख मांगोगे। कोई नहीं मारेगा यार, वाइफ का इतना सम्मान करते हैं, वो क्यों मारेगी? वुमन रिस्पेक्ट्स, वुमन नीड्स लव एंड रिस्पेक्ट, नथिंग एल्स। वो कभी नहीं मारती। ये दिस इज अ प्रोपेगेंडा अगेंस्ट वुमन कि औरतें मारती, कभी नहीं मारती। मारती ही नहीं, कुछ बोलती ही नहीं कभी। इट्स अ प्रोपेगेंडा ऑफ वीक मेन। मोदी जी तो ग्रेट आदमी है यार, मोदी जी की बात मत क्या करो। वुमेन नेवर बीट, wives never beat their husbands if they get respect and love. If they will not get these two things, then they will attack. Otherwise, that is another issue I'll discuss later on. Wife, I'll take a class on that also, don't worry. Naujawan Kranti, I'll discuss husband and wife, don't worry. And that is why I have started that series Naujawan Kranti, to discuss all these issues, to talk all these issues. So economy, mature people fight for economy, mature, great. Mature people fight for earth. Earth means economy. And fools fight for birth. You've seen birth in the railway trains? Mature people fight for earth. Otherwise, why to waste the energy? Mature. तुम किसके लिए लड़ते हो वो जिंदगी में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Because every war will take your energy. Even if you scold a rickshaw wala, it will take your energy. If you scold a auto wala, it will take your energy. And people open multiple channels, so in the evening they feel exhausted. कि बड़ा थकान सी लग रही है, ऊर्जा नहीं है, ऊर्जा तो लुटा है बाहर. उसामा बिन लादेन की तरह एक ही आदमी को मारो, ट्विन टावर. बार बार मारना ना पड़े. और मारना जरूरी है. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Wherever there is a war, wherever, the main reason will be economy. And those who fight other than the reason of economy, they become bankrupt. Example, Pakistan. 4 wars with India unnecessarily, and they got devastated. America attacks Iraq, spends 200 rupees, earns 2 lakh rupees. The oil reservoir कभी डाका डालने के लिए स्लम एरिया में मत कूदना. Don't jump in a slum area for dacoity. Economy. Who settled American colonies? British. British settled American colonies. Now, when they settled American colonies, that means American colonies were the children of British. So British considered their political and moral right on American colonies. Which right? Political and moral. So they framed economic policies for American colonies. Who framed? British. They framed economic policies for American colonies. And it was framed in such a way, right? It was framed in such a way that it led to the exploitation of American colonies. Example, who settled American colonies? British. British settled American colonies. So they considered their political and moral right on American colonies. So they framed economic policies of American colonies in such a way that it led to the exploitation of American colonies. Example, first example, trading monopoly. Britain maintained trading monopoly on specific goods of America. Like tobacco, potato, fine quality cotton, etc. Who will produce all these goods? Americans, the people of American colonies. Who will have a monopoly to sell? British. And these goods were in good demand in Asia and Europe. First one. Second, navigation law of 1651 to control the smuggling of American goods. Navigation law 1651 to control the smuggling of American goods. Under it, right? Under it, it was compulsory. Underline the word compulsory. Compulsory for American ships to visit British ports. Under it, it was compulsory for the American ships to visit British ports before leaving for the other parts of the world. British ports before leaving for the other parts of the world. So American ships will first go to British ports. पैराटाइपॉइड, एक तो नाम अजीब रखे हो, पैराटाइपॉइड, ऊपर से अजीब सा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो। हालांकि तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन क्यूरियोसिटी वाला है, लेकिन ये नर्सरी की क्यूरियोसिटी है। दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑफ क्यूरियोसिटी बट ऑफ क्लास नर्सरी। व्हाई आई टेल यू, every vegetable and fruit has a period of maturity. So before supplying mangoes to UAE and Saudi Arabia today, they pluck it. Oh, sorry, sorry. I did not know. Sorry, Vera, sorry. I thought actually nowadays people keep all these types of names now. I'm extremely sorry, Pera. I'm extremely sorry. I did not know that you are from Arunachal. Pera, I'm extremely sorry for that. I did not know. Actually, nowadays people keep this name. No, I don't have any right to discriminate anyone's name. I'm extremely sorry for that. What is the meaning of your name? Para? Para, what is the meaning of your name? In virtual world, they have different types of names, na? Acha. No meaning, sir. But our culture by father, second last word we gave our name. No, that is fine. Even we do it here also. But this word, malab, tapoid is your father's name or para is your father's name? Okay. Typodia is a surname. Okay. But there must be some meaning here. Not a native language. अरे भैया शशांक भाई ये लिख दिया ना टू स्टॉप द स्मगलिंग ऑफ अमेरिकन गुड्स। ये पढ़ो ये वाला वर्ड स्मगलिंग। Oh. Acha, you remember your ancestors through your names. Which tribe you belong to? Arunachal Pradesh? Kalu tribe. No, Pera, I'm seriously very sorry. I intentionally never wanted to offend you. I am sincerely very sorry. I don't have any right to discriminate anyone's name. But it's a very good information that we have students from Arunachal Pradesh, and that means the dimension of ICRA is expanding pan-India. That is a very good information. So let me answer the question of para, then I'll come to others question. But this is the, I've not given the time to ask question. I'll give you the time, don't worry. If you ask in between, I will never answer your questions. Let me finish a particular topic, then I will give you the question R. I have repeatedly said it. So para, first thing, ice is a very good preservative, snow. Second thing, when you pluck the raw vegetable, raw, it takes a particular time. Raw vegetables and raw and you know, for ripening of vegetable and fruit, what is required, para? For ripening of vegetable and fruit, what is required, para? Heat. Heat is required. Temperature is required, not heat exactly. Temperature. Temperature is required. There is a difference between heat and temperature. Plus, they had certain types of spices. Plus, later on, they would have developed. Necessity is the mother of invention. Today also you see in rural areas, they know many local technology, local things, local, which can preserve the things for a longer time. Egyptian mummies are till today. See, I request to all of you, I will give you question R, don't worry. Whenever a question clicks into your mind, write it down. When I'll give you the question R, there you ask. In between, when you ask the question, if you break the flow of the teacher and he forgets everything, then वो बेचारे टीचर रट वट के आते हैं और तुम बीच में क्वेश्चन ठोक दिए उसमें, और वो भी वो क्वेश्चन नहीं जो वहां से रिलेटेड है. अभी शिवांश भाई क्वेश्चन पूछे, सर पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक सोशल स्टेटस ऑफ वेस्टर्न कोस्ट एंड सेंट्रल अमेरिका ड्यूरिंग कॉलोनियल पीरियड. लो, बात चल रही है अमेरिकन कॉलोनी की. ये बोले जो है रावण की सास जो थी, अब राम की बात चल रही है कि रावण की सास पे चर्चा कर रहे हैं. नहीं, कुछ रावण की सास के बारे में बताइए. इससे व्हाट हैपेंस, यू नो, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस the flow breaks and becomes harmful to you at last, because if I will have a shortage of time, I will get the movie. मैं बीच में से कहीं मूवी काट दूंगा, तुमको पता ही नहीं चलेगा. इसलिए जब टीचर तुमसे कहे, when the teacher says कि now question hour starts, then you ask. In between, first listen. हाँ, तो क्या बता रहे थे? फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन नहीं, अमेरिकन. ओह, थर्ड, इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी. American colonies were not allowed. No, I'll not cut the movie, don't worry. Industrial policy. American colonies were not allowed to establish production units. Means Americans will produce sugarcane, but there will be no sugar mill. Americans will produce cotton, but there will be no cotton mill. Means dependency of American colonies will always be on Britain. What will be American colonies? Farmhouses of British industries. Who will produce the specific goods? Americans. Who will sell it in the market? British. No smuggling. No smuggling. No industries. And this was painful for the people of American colonies. Right? This was painful for the people of American colonies. First point, economic causes. Second point, political causes. How many colonies were there? 13. 13 colonies were there. Every colony had a governor. So how many governors? 13. Every colony had a governor. How many governors? 13. Every colony had a legislature. So how many legislature? 13. Why? To frame the laws for them. To frame the laws for them. Laws. To frame the laws for them and to collect taxes. This was the political structure of American colonies. And they all were controlled by British Parliament. All regulated by who had the remote control? Parliament, British Parliament. They all were regulated by British Parliament. (1688) Glorious Revolution, if you remember. Parliament became the supreme authority in Britain. 1689, British Parliament came out with Gentleman's Resolution. Gentleman's Resolution. And in this resolution, it was said that tax paying section will be given. Tax paying section will be given representation. Where? British Parliament. Tax paying section will be given representation in British Parliament. Tax paying section will be given representation in British Parliament. The motive of this act was, this resolution was to stop the entry of middle class and working class in the parliament. Because if their representative will enter, they will demand for their rights. And middle class and working class are the class who don't want to pay the tax. This was gentleman's resolution. Tax paying section will be given representation in British Parliament. (1756 to 63), 7 years war. (7 years war), 1756 to 63, 7 years war, in which the contestants were Britain and France also. 1763, end of 7 years war. See, 63, 1763, end of 7 years war. (1763), end of 7 years war. Britain became the victim of financial crisis. Both. France also. Britain became the victim of financial crisis. Financial. Inbox. Britain financial crisis. Britain became the victim of financial crisis. Now when Britain became the victim of financial crisis, listen. When Britain became the victim of financial crisis, British Parliament, inbox and put a star. British Parliament imposed new taxes on American colonies. British Parliament, inbox it. British Parliament. Before 1763, who's imposing tax on American colonies? Before 1763, who is imposing tax on American colonies? Aditya, not legislature of America. Legislature of American colonies. ये लो. एक भाई साहब कह रहे हैं कंपनीज. अनन्या कह रहे हैं अनन्या नवनीत कह रहे क्राउन. सब पढ़ाना ही बेकार है यार. साफ एवरीथिंग इज रिटन हियर क्लियरली. Everything is, if you cannot understand diagramization of a topic, ये लिखा हुआ है. Legislature, every colony had a legislature to impose the taxes. ए मुस्तफा मियां कह रहे हैं ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट. इसीलिए टीचर में पहले बहुत मारते थे क्लास में, और कोई वजह थोड़ी होती थी. इसीलिए पटक पटक के मारते थे कि सामने लिखा है, उल्टा सीधा आंसर दे रहे हो. और मजाक में दे रहे हो तो कोई बात नहीं. इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन फन, दैट इज अनदर थिंग. छोड़ गए बालम हाय अकेला छोड़ गए बालम. हाय अकेला छोड़ गए बालम. अरे 7 ईयर वॉर को मारो गोली, पहले जो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूं उसको बजाओ. I have given you the time to see the diagram and think. संदीप भाई कह रहे हैं गवर्नर टैक्स लगाता था। तभी ये गाना बना है, भेजे की सुनेगा तो मरेगा कल्लू मामा, गोली मार भेजे पे, भेजा शोर करता है। भेजे की सुनेगा तो मरेगा कल्लू। दिन में गोली नाम नीली मंदी में गुजार, गोली रात पीली, थोड़ी सी चढ़ी तो नीली बत्ती ने उतार दी। मामा, कल्लू मामा। यही तो समझने वाली बात है बेटा। This was the point to be understood. Otherwise, there is nothing in this revolution. This is the main point. If you don't understand this point, there is no need of studying American Revolution. Who used to impose tax on American colonies? The legislature of American colonies before 1763. Virginia is a colony. Virginia is having a legislature. Who will impose tax on Virginia before 1763? Virginian legislature. After 1763, who's imposing the tax? British Crown. Chacha, British Crown. Example, sugar duty, stamp duty. And when British Parliament imposed crown on American colonies, Americans immediately took up the issue of Gentleman's Resolution 1689. They said, sir, you want money? We will give you, sir. But sir, you bother about your resolution, sir. Gentleman's resolution. Tax paying section will be given representation in British Parliament, sir. You only say, sir. So if you want tax from us, then give us representation in British Parliament. And here they gave the slogan, no taxation without representation. The soul of American Revolution. This slogan is the soul of American Revolution. अरे यार राहुल द्विवेदी पहले जो पढ़ा रहा है उसको पढ़ो, अपना काहे ज्ञान उसमें डाल दे रहे हो। रुके रहो भैया। मतलब मोदी जी और योगी जी सही आदमी है यार तुम लोगों के लिए। तुम कहां मनमोहन सिंह को सुनने वाले हो। हम कुछ और बता रहे, तुम कुछ और डाले दे रहे हो उसमें। सैमुअल एडम इज द फर्स्ट पर्सन हु स्टार्टेड मूवमेंट। रिलैक्स करो भैया, पार्टी हम ही है, पर हमको गन्स नहीं चाहिए। This diagram is clear to all of you. Para, where are you? Para, this diagram is clear. Clear why Americans gave the slogan no taxation without representation. आज ये नारा क्लियर हुआ। Go and ask outside. Why Americans gave the slogan, no taxation without representation? Beta, open your minds. You will not become IS because of me. You will become IS because of your open mind. This coaching is to open all these circuits. It's a big circuit here, na? Open it. That is why I draw the diagram. I don't dictate. So that when you will see the diagram, you will be able to connect after the class. And if you succeeded in opening your mind, you will qualify IS. It's a matter of your mind. सोना गम जुदाई का उठाते हैं लोग, जाने जिंदगी कैसे बिताते हैं लोग, दिन भी लगे यहाँ पे बरस के समान, हमें इंतजार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते. Second point is clear. Third, social causes. Social causes. Four features of American society: diversified, dynamic, detached, disappointed. Four features of American society. Four. Four features of American society: diversified, dynamic, detached, disappointed. First feature, diversified. Who settled American colonies? British Crown. Through chartered companies. You have placement agencies, na? These chartered companies played the role of placement agencies. And in 17th century, no one was willing to go to America. No one was willing, no one, to go to American colonies. No one. As today, no one wants to go to Afghanistan, Syria. 17th century. Today, everyone wants to go to America. Today is America and the night life of Las Vegas. You spend a night there, you will run in the desert of California. I will never come back. There are many cities in America where passport is not, visa and passports are not asked. People go to America and they run away into those cities. They don't want to come back. कि भैया यहाँ भीख मांग के जी लेंगे, यहाँ रहेंगे भैया. वो भैया दिल्ली का राम मनोहर लोहिया अस्पताल में ना जाएंगे भैया. उन सिटीज का कुछ स्पेसिफिक नाम है. There was specific name those cities. Federal cities. Their passport and all is not required. That is why Americans' visa policy is very tough. People go there and run away. 30 crore population, 5 times bigger than India. 30 crore, 20 crore population UP. Why? Why no one go? Moving to America means death. First challenge, Atlantic Ocean. There is a big mountain range in Atlantic Ocean. The range is bigger than Himalayas. The peaks are bigger than Himalayas. It's not that area is not navigable. Accident prone area. You see the boats accident prone. So that is accident prone. Acha chalo, you entered, you crossed Atlantic. Then Dodger Bank. The meeting place of two currents. Gulf Stream, Labrador. Labrador cold current, Gulf Stream warm current. And there's a big area of fog. And if the ship enters into that fog, finish. Okay, you crossed this also. Then the natives, Red Indians. Natives. Now the question was, if no one is willing to go to America, then how these colonies will be settled? So these chartered companies went to the kings of Europe, various kings of Europe, and they said, sir, please, sir, give amnesty to your prisoners, sir. Amnesty to the prisoners. Give them amnesty. Sir, most of them will die while the journey. And some of them will die there in America. But sir, our task will be over, sir. So who were the main group? Convicts. Not criminals. Convicts. They were the first important group, convicts. The people given amnesty by their kings. ले आओ. निकालो इनको, लल्लन, सलमान, सैमुअल, इन सबको निकालो. ले आओ. This was the first group. Second group, people like Tariq Fateh. People like Tariq Fateh. Protestants. Beginning of 17th century. Protestants were being beaten, burnt, killed. They start running. Third, adventurers. Adventurous. When I was in class 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th, so I belong to Gonda district of UP. It's a very small district, isolated district, somewhere on the borders of Nepal. So we used to hear stories in the school कि यार दिल्ली में लड़कियां ना ऐसे चलते चलते हाथ पकड़ लेती. तो it was a fantasy to go to Delhi. अच्छा यार लड़कियां वहां हाथ पकड़ लेती. हाँ. तो first time when we got the chance to go out, we ran to Delhi. Cannot place. पूरा 2 घंटे घूमे भाई साहब, कोई हाथ ही नहीं पकड़ा. बड़ा डिसअपॉइंट हुआ कि यार अब ये किसी से कह नहीं सकते थे. आफ्टर रिटर्निंग बैक दिस कैनॉट बी सेड टू द पीपल. लोग और हंसेंगे. These type of people are called as adventurers. कि कुछ सुना है, they have heard something, तो मस्ती करने गए हैं. और चलो देख के आते हैं. Yes, yes. There are so many stories. If you go to America, women will take you and run away. इस सब चक्कर में बहुत पैसा खर्चा हुआ यार. कहीं कोई नहीं पकड़ा, जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गई. इतना पैसा खर्चा हो गया फालतू में. So so these three were the main groups: convicts, Protestants, religious liberals. And when I say Protestants, they are Lutherans, they are Calvins, they are Zwinglies. It's not only Lutherans. So in American colonies, there were people from different nationalities, not only Britain, mind it. People from different nationalities and different sections. And in this way, American society was a diversified society. Diversified. Second, dynamic. Yes. Ankit, slaves also, slaves from Africa. But Ankit, they were not the part of the society. They were slaves, people without social economic status. Dynamic. Whenever you live in your native place is always harmful for ambitious people. Why? Native places are always harmful for ambitious people. Why? शनि, राहु एंड केतु. शनि, relatives. Shani, unnecessary interference in your life. Unnecessary interference in your life. और क्या कर रहे हो? हत्या करने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं. क्यों? नहीं नहीं, अरे, और ऐसे बोल दो तो बदतमीज कहते हैं. मेरी छोटी वाली बेटी है, मेरे रिश्तेदार आए, बोले पोयम सुनाओ. बोली तुम्हारे नौकर हैं. अब हमें तो लगा बहुत सही, वेरी गुड बेटा. फिर हमें उसके सामने डांटना पड़ा. दिस इज द वे टू बिहेव. से सॉरी. बोले सॉरी अंकल. You cannot live with them. You cannot live with them. You cannot live without them. This is the beauty of these three people. You cannot live with them. Anjali, you cannot live with them. You cannot live without them. That is why when you leave your native places, your chance of upliftment increases because their interference decreases. Unnecessary. बुआ जी ने फोन कर दिया, तुम्हारे पापा की बीपी डेली हाई रहती है, थोड़ा देखो जल्दी सिलेक्शन ले लो. तो you will feel that she is your sympathizer. No, she is giving you tension every day. Anyone who calls you every day and says your father is suffering from BP problem every day, that person is your sympathizer. Anyone who's saying all these things to you every day, be aware of that person. Be aware. That is why I always say to you, don't disclose what you are doing. Don't say to anyone that you are preparing for civil service, please. Friction-free society. Friction, no friction. The Society of American Colony, friction-free. Friction-free. No friction. Society of American Colony, friction-free. The people of UP, Bihar, they go to Mumbai, they go to Bangalore, they go to Surat, they earn lots of money. No one is there to see them. They can do anything. Friction. Society without gravitation. No one is to pull you down. There is no one to pull you down. There is no one to demoralize you. Dynamic society. You have the entire space to create your destiny. And these new settlers of American colonies, they made America the land of mines and plantations in 18th century. Land of mines and plantations in 18th century. Economic power in 19th century. World power in 20th century. Dynamism. Friction-free society, gravitation-free society. No church, nothing, no pope, no feudal lords. First feature, diversified. Second feature, dynamic. Dynamic. Third, detached. Detached. My children, they don't want to go to Gonda. When they went for the first time to my village, so they said, ki, where is the mall here? Arey, maine kaha, this is Purvanchal. There is no mall. No, then why we are here? Arey bhaiya, I said I was born and brought up here. I have a love for this place. They said, you have a love, you stay here. We are going back to Delhi. Same story here, same. Same. Same story. The generation which arrived in America in 17th century. Generation which arrived in America in 17th century had attachment with their motherland. So the person who came from France had attachment with France. The person who came from Spain had attachment with Spain. But the generation which was born and brought up in American colonies in 18th century, for them, American colony was a motherland. For this group B, group A, group B, for group B, American colony was their motherland. Where is it? Diversified, dynamic, detached, and disappointed. The fruit of their risk and labor. Fourth point. The fruit of the risk and labor by the people of American colonies was enjoyed by Britain. This was the third point. Social causes. Diversified, dynamic, detached, but disappointed. Fourth, the role of intellectuals. Okay, Vijender. Role of intellectuals. Now you ask your questions. You have a 10 minutes time. Relax and ask. Now start. One by one. Don't write and rush. One by one. तो चलता है दिल बड़ी मुश्किलों. That is the fourth point. Fifth point, Ankit Rawat, I will explain it. Don't worry. Reason for 7 years war, Cilicia. Reason for 7-year war, Cilicia. Cilicia. Write down Cilicia. The territory rich in coal and iron. तुम्हें मीनिंग ऑफ एस्थेटिक स्टेट. Ashutosh, you please check your spelling. I don't think this is the spelling. You please check your spelling. Some letter is missing from there. First, you check your spelling. Aesthetic. Atheist means the state which does not believe in God and religion. अरे यार फिर से देखो ना भाई, इतना एग्जाम्पल दिया कि माई डॉटर्स आर बॉर्न एंड बॉट अप इन दिल्ली, दे डोंट हैव एनी अटैचमेंट विद यूपी. अगेन यू आर आस्किंग. नहीं, he is asking something else. Ashutosh Goswami is asking something else. The spelling is not correct. Detached from their motherland, detached from those countries from where their parents came. Avanish, your question is not up to the mark. Consolidation means feeding up in the software. Are Kanhaiya Singh, when these ships used to go to British ports, they used to take down American ships. They used to take down the goods, and then the goods will move in British ships only, not in American ships. American ships will take the goods from America to Britain. From there onwards, British ships. Aesthetic. The state concerned about culture and art. अरे some kind of processing तो होगा ही यार. कॉटन को ऐसे निकाल के पेड़ से थोड़ी पहुंचा देंगे. प्रोसेसिंग तो होगा. देयर वाज नो इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट. नेटिव्स तो थे ही नहीं, जो वहां के लोकल लोग थे. कम्युनलिज्म इज अ फिलोसफी ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स बेस्ड ऑन रिलीजन. अंकित राज, उल्टे सीधे क्वेश्चन मत पूछो यार. मार्क्सिज्म और कम्युनलिज्म. अरे भैया वो कॉलोनी ही थी. मैंने स्लम एरिया कहा तुम्हें समझने के लिए. इट वॉज अ कॉलोनी ओनली. इट वॉज नॉट अ स्लम एरिया. अनुज भाई, हाँ, दे वर कंट्रोल्ड बाय ब्रिटिश. अभी पढ़ाएंगे ना नवल. Communalism is a politics based on religion. Communism is a politics based on masses without having private property. तुम्हें कोई और देखे तो जलता है दिल, बड़ी मुश्किलों से फिर संभलता है दिल. क्या जतन करते हैं तुम्हें क्या पता। अरे भैया श्रद्धा जी ने कुछ पूछा है, जरा ऊपर करो, नीचे करो जरा उसको, थोड़ा क्वेश्चन का नीचे करो। If the legislature was under the rule of the governance under the charter companies which was set up by the British, then why can we not call it taxes imposed by the British, and it's compulsory to call taxes imposed by the legislature? Shraddha, you understand the difference between regulation and governance? Shraddha, you understand the meaning between difference between the two words? They were regulated by British Crown, not by companies. And Crown was already framing their economic policies. Now you will interfere in internal matters also. They will explore, Shivan Singh, don't worry. They are more eager than you to explore. Don't worry. French Revolution is in syllabus. Don't worry, you have to go through French Revolution. क्या क्या जतन करते हैं। देखो भैया 4 और मैसेज पढ़े, नीचे करो जरा उसे। हाँ, they will expand, don't worry, Shivansh. They will expand. हाँ, yes. आश्रित निरंकारी। Malenkov, Khrushchev, Nikita Khrushchev, Voroshilov, Beria. हाँ, Indian Surti is a Virginian tobacco. Ashutosh Goswami, you go and repeat the lecture again. Slum area is a metaphor. You did not get my point properly. They are the areas of mines and plantations. They are not nations. Whenever you put extra mind in the things, na, then you come into trouble. तुम ज्यादा दिमाग लगा देते हो. मतलब ब्रिटिश कोलंबिया गंधार नाम है तो गंधारी का है. गंधार नाम है तो गंधारी का है. अरे who's red Indians कल बताएंगे. सर was east goods traded in American colonies. पता नहीं कहाँ पूछ लिए, हमको समझ में नहीं है कि सही सही लिखो. पहले क्या लिख रहे हो, हिंदी में लिखो यार. If you're not able to type in English, write in Hindi. or in your native language except Tamil? I don't know Tamil. But I will translate from my Google. Don't worry. You can write in Tamil also. चलो, किसी नहीं. अरे भैया, बड़े भाई, अभी बताएंगे रेड इंडियंस के बारे में. काहे तलवार हिलाए हुए हो? बताएंगे, अभी बताएंगे. तुम लोग का तो जनरेशन है ना, घूंघट घूंघट खोल के फाड़ डालो तुरंत. इसीलिए तुम्हारा जनरेशन बहुत परेशान है. इतना पैनिक में हो तुम ना, जल्दी में हो. अरे अरे भैया, अरे भैया, खोल दो भैया, खोल दो. तुम तो घूंघट घूंघट का वेट ही नहीं करोगे. कितना प्यारा गाना है. होले होले घूंघट पट खोले बलमुआ बेदर्दी. है तुम तो. रुको जरा. No, it's the truth. Don't be hurry. सब कुछ आज ही जान लोगे, अभी जान लोगे, बस अभी. रुको यार. 15 क्लास है. 15 classes are there. People used to watch test matches. You can imagine their patience. The patience declined then one day. And when the patience declined to the lowest level, 2020, after 5 years, there will be only 5 over match. T10. हाँ. Avik, there should be no schedule to study. There should be no schedule to study. This question, Avik, what you are asking to me, this question was asked by a guy to me that became an issue in Wajiram. So he came to me and said, sir, how many hours to study? I said, you have a girlfriend? He said, no. I said, then I will not tell. He went to the management. But then I told to him finally, but I then said to him, I said to the management, I wanted to tell him, you go to the park, Buddha Park here. The couples are sitting from 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening. They are not bothered about time. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Simply lying in the lap of a girl and rotating her hairs. That is why she leaves later on. कि कुछ ना करोगे तुम बदतमीज आदमी हो, निहायत निकम्मे किस्म के आदमी हो. Wherever you enjoy, you don't ask time. Theory of relativity. Simple. Wherever you enjoy, you don't ask time. Schedule should be that you have to sit down minimum for 8 hours sitting and 5 hours digestion, or 10 hours sitting and 5 hours digestion. If you have started, start 6 hours sitting, 6 hours. Some of you must not be habit of sitting for 8 hours. So start from 6 hours. Take some historical novel, read it for some time, develop the habit of sitting. First day you will sit for 10 hours, 3 days you will be in coma. You see, when you eat extra, you feel uncomfortable in the night. ये आपके जो डायरेक्टर हैं फैजल भाई, तो हम इनके घर गए पूना, तो इनके एक भाई हैं, बड़ा अच्छा गोश्त बनाते हैं. खा लिए दबा के कबाब और ये और पराठा और वगैरह, और करवट ही ना लीजिए. ऐसे तुम यहां भी ज्यादा खा लोगे तो करवट नहीं ले पाओगे. You will be in coma for 3 days. You say na ki sir I study for 4-5 days and then for the next 3-4 days I cannot study. Yes, overconsumption without digestion. Overconsumption without, you go on eating without digestion. So after 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 10 days, your mind surrenders. Now I will not study. You have to be very rational and scientific, both. (2023) after completing your GS, Ashish Rai, don't start optional because you have to give in 2023. First complete your GS properly, then start the optional. Don't touch it. For 2022, it is the right time. You have to go through your optional. 2022, you have still not done your optional. Ashish Rai, you simply give devotion to current affairs and GS. Consolidate better. Then jump to the optional next year. What is your age, Shivansh? 21. Shivansh, to be very frank, if you can sit for 10 hours per day, then you can choose optional. Right now, if you cannot sit, then please make another plan. The year of coaching should not be the year of appearance until and unless you don't have a good base. No fuzzle. Digestion does not mean revision. Digestion means saving in your software, saving so that you can repeat it somewhere. You can repeat it at any point of time. Fazal, you go to offer namaz. Do you do it the revision when you go for namaz? Fazal, when you go for namaz, do you do revision before going for namaz? See, it is digested in your mind. It is fed here. Revision is of facts, not of concepts. You know driving, that is concept, you will never forget. You know cycling, it is concept. You know swimming, it is concept. Maha, if you leave it for 10-15 years, then you have to practice. Again, you have to practice to come at the same level on which you were 10 years back. Fazal, you got my point? No, but yeah, Sadia, that is revision, Sadia. What you are saying again, that is revision. Digestion means saving in the software, Sadia. I gave the example of namaz to Fazal. If anyone is asking you why Americans gave the slogan any point of time, at any point of time, there is no need to revise. Any point of time, Sadia, you are sitting somewhere and the person asks you why Americans gave the slogan no taxation without representation, you are able to explain. That means it is digested. अंकित रावत, पढ़ाई में मन नहीं लगता तो किसमें लगता है ये बताओ. Aditya, don't pick up the option. You people, all those who are going to give 23, 24, don't pick up the optional. Don't pick up the optional. Consolidate your GS. Role of intellectuals. Intellectuals. The people who understand the reason for the problem and they have certain solution. See the difference between prophet and intellectual. Prophet knows the real reason for a problem and the real solution for a problem. Anjali, don't. Those who have attempt in 24, be calm and quiet, but alert. हाँ, सैफुर रहमान, consolidation is equal to digestion. गर्लफ्रेंड के बारे में सोचते हो तब तो खत्म हो तुम. कुछ चीजें हैं जिसको करना है, लव करने की चीज है, सोचने की चीज नहीं है. कर डालो, किसी से प्यार कर डालो, 2-4 महीने में कर डालो, ट्रीटी उटी कर डालो, प्यार तो नहीं कर पाओगे. शादी कर लो. तुम्हारी गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है, कहीं भागता भागता कुछ नहीं है, तुम जवान हो गए हो और तुम अपनी एनर्जी, जिम जाया करो यार. गो टू जिम फॉर 2 hours, स्पेंड योर एनर्जी देयर. पूरी स्वेटिंग होनी चाहिए. रन फॉर 10 kilometers. वो तुम्हारी एनर्जी तुम्हें भटका रही है. चिकन खाते हो, नॉन वेज? रावत, यू ईट नॉन वेज? अरे वेजिटेरियन होके इतना बवाल मचा रहे हो. अरे यार, go to gym. Rawat, best option, go to gym. 2 hours. 2 hours. You should be flooded with sweat. Be sweating होगी बहे पानी. You'll be calm and quiet. Guarantee, Rawat, guarantee. Rawat, it's a guarantee. Either you run for 10 kilometers per day or you go to gym for 2 hours. अरे भैया, वो बार बार डाइजेशन में क्या करना है? डाइजेशन दिन भर, जिंदगी भर डाइजेशन करते आए हो, खाना हजम करते हो ना. अरे मेरे YouTube के वीडियो उठा के देखो, हजारों लोग गाली देते हैं. तुमसे मेडिटेशन से कुछ ना हो पाएगा, तुम्हें जिम जाना पड़ेगा. फालतू की बात नहीं, जितना मैंने कहा उतना सुनो. जिम और जॉगिंग फॉर 10 kilometers. ए मेडिटेशन तुम्हारे लिए नहीं है. पहले दौड़ो 10 किलोमीटर. जब तुम कमजोर हो तो गाली सुनोगे, जब तुम ताकतवर हो वही लोग तुम्हारी पूजा करेंगे. वेट फॉर दैट डे व्हेन पीपल विल कम एंड लाई डाउन ऑन योर फीट. डोंट वरी. जिनको सिर्फ रोशनी की तलाश है, अंधेरे उनसे नाराज है, क्योंकि दोनों एक ही चीज है. डार्कनेस और लाइट. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड डार्कनेस इन दिस वर्ल्ड. लो, एक जने कह रहे हैं डायरी कैसे मेंटेन करें. कल शुरू करेंगे, टुमारो मॉर्निंग. रोल ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल्स. थैंक यू.